Now that we've seen what a derivative means and what it has to do with rates of change, our next step is to learn how to actually compute these guys. As in, if I give you some kind of function with an explicit formula, you'd want to be able to find what the formula for its derivative is. Maybe it's obvious, but I think it's worth stating explicitly why this. Let me share with you something that I found particularly weird when I was a student first learning calculus. Let's say that you have a circle with radius 5 centered at the origin of the xy plane. This is something defined with the equation The last several videos have been about the idea of a derivative, and before moving on to integrals, I want to take some time to talk about limits. To be honest, the idea of a limit is not really anything new. If you know what the word approach means, you pretty much already know what a limit is. You could say that Let me share with you something that I found particularly weird when I was a student first learning. Hey everyone! So I'm pretty excited about the next sequence of videos that I'm doing. They'll be about linear algebra, which, as a lot of you know, is In the last video, along with the ideas of vector addition and scalar multiplication, I described vector coordinates, where there's this back and forth between, for example, pairs of numbers and two-dimensional vectors. Now, I imagine the vector coordinates were already familiar to a lot of you, but there's another kind of interesting way to think about these coordinates, which is pretty central to linear algebra. Hey everyone! If I had to choose just one topic that makes all of the others in linear algebra start to click, and which too often goes unlearned the first time a student takes linear algebra, it would be this one. The idea of a linear transformation and its relation to